You probably have a lot of goals right now, maybe more than you can count. Learn a new language, get in shape, build a side hustle, read more books, wake up earlier, learn a new skill, start something online, and somehow you're making progress on none of them. Here's the truth. You don't have a goal problem, you have a clarity problem. A couple of years ago, I had over 20 goals written down. I was trying to learn multiple skills at once, following different routines, reading several self-improvement books at the same time. And even though I was busy, nothing was really moving forward. Then I discovered something that changed everything. It's called the clarity filter. A simple but brutal way to eliminate the goals that don't actually matter and focus on the ones that do. I went from 23 goals to 3, and that's when real progress finally started. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why having more goals slows you down and how to use this filter to stop spinning in circles. When you have too many goals, your brain treats all of them as equally important. So you work on one goal today, another tomorrow, and a third the next day. By the time you come back to the first one, you've lost momentum. This is called attention residue. Every time you switch goals, part of your focus stays behind. You're not executing multiple goals, you're fractionally executing all of them. And fractional execution leads to 0 results. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of your goals don't actually matter to you. They're things you think you should want, things that look impressive, things you picked up from other people. If you're honest, many of them aren't even yours. And the ones that are, you don't care enough about them to sacrifice anything meaningful. That's not a motivation issue. That's a clarity issue.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to run every goal you have through 3 questions. And by the end, you'll delete about 80% of them. Not postpone them, not maybe later. Delete them. This idea is inspired by Warren Buffett's focus rules, but simplified for real life. 3 questions. If a goal fails even one of them, it's not a real goal. It's noise. First question. Would I still pursue this if no one ever knew? This instantly exposes fake goals. Take something like getting a six-pack. If no one could ever see it, no photos, no validation, no recognition, would you still want it? If the answer is no, then you don't want the goal, you want the status that comes with it. Real goals survive in silence. Now think about something like starting a podcast. Would you still do it if nobody listened, if it never got popular? If yes, you care about the process. If no, you care about attention. Delete any goal that exists only for external approval. What remains are the goals that genuinely pull you forward. Second question, am I willing to suck at this for 6 months? Because here's the reality. The beginning of anything meaningful is uncomfortable. You'll be slow, confused, embarrassed. Take learning to code. Are you willing to stare at errors every day, build ugly projects, feel behind for months? If not, you don't want to learn to code. You want to already be good at it. That's a fantasy, not a goal. Real goals survive the messy middle. When I started creating content, my early work was bad. Low views, awkward delivery, weak execution. But I enjoyed the process. That's why I kept going. If you only want the outcome, you'll quit early. Delete any goal you're not willing to struggle for.
Final question, and this one is brutal. If I could only achieve one goal this year, would this be it? Imagine it's 1 year from now. You made real progress on only one thing. Everything else barely moved. Which one would you choose? That's your real goal. Everything else is a distraction. This doesn't mean you can't have hobbies. It means transformation requires focus. Progress compounds when attention isn't split. One thing done deeply beats 5 things done shallowly. This is ruthless prioritization, and it's the difference between motion and momentum. You might be thinking, what if I want to improve multiple areas of my life? Here's the distinction. There are maintenance habits, things that keep you functioning, and there are transformation goals, things that change who you are. You can maintain many things. You can only transform through one. Don't confuse the two. So here's what to do next. Write down every goal you have. Then ask each one, would I do this if no one knew? Am I willing to suck at it for 6 months? If I only achieved one goal, would this be it? Delete everything that fails. What remains is your focus for the next year. One direction, clear action, real results. If this helped you rethink your goals, subscribe to Clear Climb and drop a target emoji in the comments if you're about to delete some goals. Let's climb.